What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Vault. Today, or this evening rather, I will be reviewing Vice. So just jump straight into it. This one opens with a young Dick Cheney being pulled over for drunk driving before we relive 9/11 and the actions Cheney took at the time. Such an amazing, talented cast for this. Christian Bale continues to amaze me and he does not disappoint as Cheney. There's something oddly mesmerising about his performance as the soft spoken, monotone ex vice president. Bale supporting cast, also great. Amy Adams plays Lynn Cheney and is brilliant as a woman who craves power as much as her husband. There's also Steve Carell, who also just goes from strength to strength as an actor. I mean, this is a guy who started off as a purely comedic actor, and now he's been in films like Foxcatcher, The Big Short, and now this. Truly, just really talented. And then there's Sam Rockwell, who of course is a titan of an actor who plays George W. Bush. Just fantastic talent all around, really. The story is, of course, about the life and rise to power of Dick Cheney. The story is somewhat limited due to the fact that Cheney was one of the more secretive leaders in U.S. history. However, it still does a fantastic job in giving us some insight into who the man was and how obsessed with power he and his wife were. Even if it meant, his family, some members of his family suffered because of it. The story as a whole looks at the concepts of power and greed and the complexities of the two, and how these two things drive people to do the things that they do. Also perfectly proposes the question: how did we end up at this point, in this current social and political climate, and with modern society kind of imploding before our eyes? It's just really great and visceral storytelling. This is thanks to the talented director Adam McKay, who wrote and directed. He's one of these directors who manages to tell a concise and entertaining story while still managing to add his own brand of humour. He's also a director who does his research, so I, for one, always trust him to mix his brand of absurdist comedy, with social, political criticisms. McKay is also great at pacing his stories really well and giving some great juxtaposition whilst explaining confusing topics in a clear, clever way. He is certainly one of my favourite directors, maybe top 3 favourite directors at the moment. I also do need to mention the amazing team behind the makeup and prosthetics used to turn Bale into Cheney. Not only did Bale play the man perfectly, but he was also just a spitting image of Dick. I didn't want to get too political with this video. I mean, this is a review channel, not a politics channel. This film does raise a lot of issues in today's society, mostly how we care more about the next Fast and Furious film or going to a concert and taking drugs rather than caring about the real issues. I feel like the film raises these issues in a succinct way with just a few key shots. There's a really great shot, a still image of some people playing golf while there's a wildfire in the background, and that just kind of really leaps out at you and speaks to you and tells you what this film is about, in the first 10 or so minutes, which is just really great, I felt. Not to mention the whip-smart script and the clever editing. This film gives you food for thought, and I always appreciate, films that do that. My only issue with this film is that it didn't really have the same kind of charm as The Big Short, but it's still enjoyable and thought-provoking nonetheless. I didn't really learn anything from this. It just really reaffirmed what I already knew, that money is behind the reason that most people do anything, and people, majority of people value money over other people, and that's just a really sad state of affairs that we find ourselves in. But having said that, there is my review for Vice. Let's just jump into the 2 most important questions. Question number 1, would I recommend this film? 100% yes, I would recommend this film. If not for, the absolutely amazing storytelling, then for the director himself and the acting talent. Adam McKay is a fantastic director. He started off with films like Anchorman, went into films like The Big Short, and now Vice. If you haven't seen The Big Short, I highly recommend it. He manages to tell a story about something quite boring but in a really entertaining and kind of deep way. So I would 100% recommend this film just for the director, the acting, the story itself. Question number 2, does this film belong in the vault? Again, 100% yes, I feel like it belongs in the vault. Not only is it edited fantastically, directed brilliantly, acted perfectly, it's just an all-round brilliant film, and it manages to convey so much story so simply with just a few still shots, in the first 10-15 minutes or so of the film. So the message that it's trying to get across is clear and concise, and you understand it. So there's that little diamond star, and it's gone in to the vault, wherever that is. And so there we have it. And as always, guys, if you've seen the film and you enjoyed it, let me know why down in the comments below. If you've seen it and you didn't enjoy it, again, let me know why down in the comments below. I'm always interested to hear differing opinions to mine. And as always, if you like what I'm doing here, guys, please don't forget to like, subscribe. I'm almost close to 30 subscribers after forcing 2 friends to subscribe. So I'm really close. Really, really close. So please don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video with your friends, your pets, your family. And until the next one, peace and love, my dudes.